Okay, so where's your favorite place? Oh wait, let me show them.
Yes.
My client got me some goodies. Where is this from? Oh my, is this from? Is this that big chocolate bar that's going viral on social media?
No, that's Dubai. I think that's
This
Dubai.
smells good.
That's from Barcelona. That's from Spain.
This is from Spain. Did
Yeah.
you try it?
No, I got other chocolates, and then that's from Portugal. That's handmade tomato soap from Portugal. Yeah.
This is handmade tomatoes. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much for thinking of me. Let me give you a hug.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm so happy.
Yes.
Tomato soap.
Yeah, you have to try. I smelled it in the store. That is very well. You'll love it.
I am so. Oh, okay. I love chocolate.
Yeah, good. And that has, I think, almonds in it or something.
And this is from
Spain,
Spain, and
Barcelona,
Portugal.
Spain, Portugal. So Spain, Portugal. Yes.
Okay. So your favorite place?
My favorite place. I'm gonna be honest. All of them were my like I learned and I saw beauty in all of them.
Okay.
But I would have to say it's a place called Malaga, Spain, which is beautiful. First of all, the architecture that's in Spain and Italy is just, it'll leave you speechless. Everything
Really?
is just so beautiful. And hundreds and thousands of years old, BC, before Christ. So
Really?
I would have to say Malaga or Malaga. You have to check my pronunciation. And why I liked it is it had it reminded me of a Miami, but more European and more quiet, much cleaner.
Way quieter.
Oh, yes. Beautiful water, not crowded at all. It gave me like a real you're at home feel. I don't know if you've ever been to a place like, oh, okay, this
This feels
good.
like home.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what that gave me. But I also loved Portugal. Portugal's culture in history is unmatched
Is
in my opinion. We spent maybe like a day and a half there, and I need to go back. So,
Really?
yeah, what I like about the cruise is that when you go on cruises, because you're hitting different destinations, it gives you a little taste of, hey, this is how this place is. And so then you can decide when you get back home, okay, let me revisit that. So Portugal is a place that I'll fly back into and spend some time there.
You will.
Yeah.
So you went on a 3-week cruise.
It was 2 weeks.
Did you get sick at all?
No.
Okay.
But I also take motion sickness.
Okay, so that helps.
Yes, big time.
Okay. So, wow, it's so many things to unpack. She just inhaled nail dust. Sorry, y'all. They irritate her. This YouTube. It's so much to unpack because it's like you've been a lot. Like that's a lot to experience. But what would you life? What did that do for you in life?
So I've traveled a few places, and let me just say, all praise to God for that opportunity. So anytime I'm traveling, number one, I'm able to see just God's beauty all over the world, man. Like looking at the mountains and the water and the architecture. Even when they were talking about the people who built that stuff, I'm like, that's because God instilled in them whatever idea he had for them to complete. Like what I noticed no matter where I travel is the influence of God and what he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that architecture, he's smart, he cool, but that was God that planted that. That was God that gave him that skill.
It wasn't him.
It wasn't him.
It was God.
Yeah, he executed it with God's help.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
That's what I learned. That's what I learned on all my travels, to just be so grateful and just admire what God has done in this world. Like, dang, God created that? It's like mind-boggling a lot of times. Also, it helps me to respect other people's cultures and their way of living. So one thing that I do, I try my best to immerse myself into the different cultures. You go into these different countries, you taking up their space, you're using them for their goods, but what did you leave with? Do
Okay.
you have a better understanding? And even with the gifts I gave you, those are all small businesses. I didn't get those from a mall or anything. Those are artisans. I had conversations with them. He told me what type of chocolate it was, how he made it. The same with the soap. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
that's important for me to shop.
That's your
with
dominant
locals.
hand.
Is it? Yes.
Is it your dominant
Yes.
hand?
Yes.
Yep.
That's why I broke. Yes, y'all. Ooh, child.
You could tell.
Yes.
They childish. They gonna say God wants you to put on a mask. This is what they do.
I love it. I love
Okay.
it.
Okay.
But for me, and no disrespect to anybody who just goes on vacation and enjoys the water and stuff like that, but anytime I go, I'm intentional about where I shop. So I shop small, I shop local, and/or I do some sort of community service as well. So prime example, I went to Costa Rica maybe a couple years ago, and I was there for about almost the same amount of time, 2 weeks, and I made sure I found a local school to go volunteer at.
Really?
Yeah, man.
And how was that experience?
I asked one of the locals, like, hey, I'm here for a couple of weeks. Is there a place where I can volunteer? I told him I had a degree in education, because I wanted to make sure I do something that I'm good at. He's like, yeah, there's a local school down the street. I went there, spoke to the principal, and I was able to volunteer there all 5 days that I was there. So the first week I didn't, but that second week, the final second week I was there, I went to the school just for a couple of hours
And
every
what
day.
did you do?
Teach them English, but most of it was they just loved talking. They were kids.
They-
Like maybe 5th or 6th grade. I was talking to them about, hey, random stuff, while teaching them English as well. And I love that because then what they did, one of the students invited me to their home for dinner.
Really?
So I got to have dinner with one
Are
of the
you
students.
serious?
Yes, man.
How old were these kids?
They were, what's 5th and 6th grade? I don't know how
What
old
is
that
5th and 6th grade? But probably, is it 12?
12?
It got to be 12 because we won't say 12.
Right. So I think
We
it's
won't
like
say
12, you know what I'm saying? But what I loved and admired about Costa Rica is that there's a huge sense of community. They take care of each other.
Did you experience that on this trip?
It wasn't long enough. So the downside of cruises is that you only stay a day.
Oh, it's only a day?
Like in each what do you call that? In each stop, in each port, you stay a day or a day and a half maximum. So that doesn't give you a lot of time to kind of immerse yourself in the culture. But I will say this, in Portugal, I was able to do that. I was able to have dinner at, it was a local chef. And I, I booked an excursion. And a part of the excursion was to have a traditional Portuguese lunch at a local chef's house. And so that felt like a sense of community too. So that's another thing that I do as well. Even with the excursions, I go on Airbnb and I book excursions through there because you're guaranteed to interact with locals.
I didn't even know that you could book excursions on Airbnb.
Yeah, Airbnb excursions.
Okay.
Airbnb excursions.
Wow. So
Yes.
you have to go back to Portugal. Is there another place that you're like, I want to go back there?
Malaga, Spain is the second one.
And you like that because of what again?
It's smaller. It has the Miami vibe, but it's nowhere near busy. Beautiful beaches. It's just real, like a slow pace environment there.
Was the water clear?
Oh my gosh, yes. The water was beautiful. You could see right down to the bottom. It was gorgeous. It was gorgeous.
How were the people?
And everywhere we went, the people were really, really nice. Very welcoming, open. I'm going to be honest, in Spain, I personally did get a lot of stares because it wasn't a lot of, people of my skin tone there. And for me, as long as nobody disrespects me,
Stay that stare.
just keep staring. You know what I'm saying? I didn't mind that at all. And then I just learned that it's not a lot of black people that visit Spain. Like Malaga, Spain. That particular part. People go to Barcelona, Madrid, which are beautiful. I love Barcelona too. But
What did you like about Barcelona?
it's such a walkable city. So
Okay.
I love walking.
Okay.
I love walking. I love running. So I could walk anywhere in Barcelona. And they have it designed like that. Like here in Atlanta, if you go to certain places, it's not a walkable place. Like I live in Lithonia, it's not walkable at all. You know what I'm saying? The sidewalks got grass on them, or we don't have sidewalks at all. Whereas in Barcelona, they prioritized, hey, let me make a bike lane. Let me make sure that every place has a sidewalk so people can walk. So that's what I really appreciated, that it's just a walkable country.
Okay. Do you see yourself leaving,
Oh,
moving
yeah,
out
for
the
sure.
country?
For sure. For sure. Why not?
Like having another place there?
Oh, yeah, for sure. One of my good friends,
That's beautiful.
thank you. One of my good friends, she works in education. So I was telling her how much I love Lisbon, Portugal. That's the place that we went, Lisbon. And so she was like, oh man, we should go there for the summer. So we're planning to go next summer.
And what we all be doing, like summer school or something?
No, we're just going for vacation. She'll have the summer off.
Okay. Do you want them square or almond?
What do you think? Whatever you think.
Okay. We gonna cut them down though. You want them all the way down?
All the way down.
Okay. Cool. Okay. So.
Yes. A summer in Lisbon.
Yes.
Because she works in a school district, so she'll have this summer off. So that's our plan for 2025.
So what does that look like preparing for?
Looking at Airbnbs. Lisbon is a very
that's gonna be so
walkable city too, and they have
you can save up your money now.
Yeah.
Pay up everything
sure.
now.
Oh yeah, that's why we're looking.
That is an experience.
Yeah. So the goal is to spend the entire summer there, just to enjoy Lisbon, and we want to do Airbnb. That goes back to what I said, just immersing yourself into the culture and respecting the community. So that should be good. Yeah.
So what's that? 2 months?
Yeah. I can say,
Is that hurting?
No.
Okay.
I work remotely, so I can do longer than.
That's perfect. Okay, so you know what I'm noticing though? We should have switched you to hard gel. I should have put some hard gel on you, yes, because I'm noticing just cracks in the side, and so that's showing. I would say this, because your nails already grow down.
Yeah.
That means it's because where it's cracks at, it means it's too much pressure on the tip. The pressure is not in the right spot. So like, the highest part of your nail is going to be the apex, which should be at the point where the weakest part of your nail. So like when you press your real nails down, you'll see right before your free edge is where your apex should be. That should be the thickest part of your nail.
Oh.
So because it started to grow out and it's starting to go over,
yeah.
it's now so much weight on your tip and it's causing this to break, and that's what it is.
Okay.
So next time also, when we start to see that, when it starts to grow out, I'll need to reconstruct your nail to where I'll make it not bend over, but I'll make it straight underneath. Perfect. Yep. But yeah, I know exactly what it was.
Okay. Yeah, because it is breaking down there. I see it.
It's breaking there everywhere because it was too much pressure on the tip. It was not supposed to. It's not constructed like that.
Okay.
But that is so that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Was it something that you learned that you're like, OMG, I never knew that, and I'm keeping this with me? That stands out because I know you learned so much.
Oh my goodness, let me think. That's a good question. So one thing that I learned, and I did a lot of tours.
Does this hurt?
No. I did a lot of tours. And one of the tours that I did was in Morocco. Morocco is in North Africa. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's one of the only Muslim countries in the continent of Africa, or one of the main ones.
Okay.
So a lot of the, what do you call them? A lot of the people that live there remind me or look like Arab. Like I didn't see people like my skin tone or dark, the majority, I'll say that.
Okay.
Remind me of, Arab, Middle Eastern.
And that's in Morocco?
That's in Morocco.
Okay. And that makes sense. I have a client who just came to me for the first time. She's from Morocco.
Oh,
she looks
Arabic.
Yep.
Okay.
You wouldn't have thought that because I wouldn't have thought
No,
Morocco, Africa. Okay, I wouldn't have thought that
nope,
either.
nope. I was expecting to see my skin. I was expecting to see more of my skin tone. I'm not saying we're not there. I'm just saying that the majority look like
That
Arab or Middle Eastern. While I was on the tour guide just emphasized that you'll see Africa in bits and in influences of Africa everywhere you go. And when he said that, I was like, okay, cool. But when I tell you, when I went to Italy and Spain and Europe and started looking at their their architecture and the cathedrals and all the art, I saw what he was speaking of. And when I tell you that was so beautiful to see, like, wow, I see what the tour guide was talking about when he said, we influenced everything. Influenced everything. And also, one of the reasons why I like buying from locals is they tell you the story. So one of my good friends that I was with, she bought this painting. And so behind us was a church. And the guy was, he was from Spain. But there's a church behind us. And he was like, Africans built that church.
Are you serious?
So, they used our language. And I was like, well, and so he just started telling, we spoke to him for about an hour about just the history of it. So even the people there understand and recognize, maybe not everybody, I'm just speaking of the guy that, the man that we spoke to, but they recognize like, no, we built this. A lot of these beautiful cathedrals that you take videos and pictures of were built on the backs of Black people.
That is amazing.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, sad, but
right? Yeah.
It's our history.
Yeah. So that's one huge takeaway is that we influenced and we were a part of so much, good, bad, we were a part of it. And, this world wouldn't be what it is without us.
So, without us.
That made me feel really good.
To be Black.
Yeah. Yep. That made me feel really good.
Wow.
One thing that I learned, so Morocco wasn't my favorite place. Probably actually my least favorite place. But one thing that I did decide is I want to go back and visit other countries within the continent because the continent is too huge just to visit one place.
Okay.
And so I found that, girl, they got cruises specific to Africa.
Really?
Yeah, where you could just take the cruise and it goes to different parts of Africa.
At any point, did you feel unsafe?
No. And we were out in the streets, walking 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Not one country that I visited did I feel unsafe. Not a single one.
This makes me so happy. Because this is the stuff that matters.
Yeah, it does.
Like, these are life-changing experiences that it matters because, like you said, you enrich yourself, you engulf yourself in these communities and get to the feel of it. Like,
girl, and the people we met, the conversations we had, it forces you to talk to people that are different from you. Sometimes, or most of the time, at least let me speak for myself, I tend to gravitate to those that are like me.
Same.
But God don't want us to do that.
He don't.
You understand what I'm saying?
Because all of us are his children.
That's right. And so when you put yourself... So most of the people that were on the cruise, because it was international, they coming from Australia.
Really?
Girl, yes. Different parts of Europe. A couple of people from Africa. We had a lot of people from the Caribbean. It forces you to talk to people from different backgrounds.
Did you get people numbers that you...
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because did it show you, like, even with different backgrounds, it showed you a lot of similarities even to you?
Absolutely.
What is something that you feel like that you've learned even with that, like meeting and talking to different people that maybe it was a misunderstanding to you before and you like got more clarity and was like, you know what, I can respect this and maybe even still disagree?
Yeah. Let me see. I would say exposure and intentionality. And so what I mean is that sometimes you have to be intentional about learning about different people.
Okay.
And a lot of times, because we're not intentional, we have a lot of, what do you call those? Stereotypes or we make a lot of assumptions about people. And so what I appreciated, because most of the people, I met there was a couple of black folks on there. But the majority of the people that I met were, European. And you can kind of tell
that were on the cruise.
Yes,
Okay.
European, because it's adult only. It was an adult only cruise.
Okay.
With Virgin Voyages, and I would say with that type of cruise. So I've been on Carnival cruise and Royal Caribbean. I would say Carnival cruise is more so like a party young type cruise.
Okay.
Royal Caribbean is more adult, like you're gonna find your 25 to and older.
Okay.
And Virgin Voyages, it's an older cruise.
Okay.
I would say, and not to say there aren't any young people. I'm just saying the majority is older.
Okay.
Older. On that cruise. So anyway, it's on that cruise I met a lot of Europeans.
No, thank you. Thank you so much, though.
A lot of people on that cruise that I met were from Europe.
Okay.
And so,
okay, yeah, okay.
You can kind of tell.
James G, I see you back, and you getting ready to be in timeout again too. Yesterday I was on live, and my best friend was on like FaceTime with me, and he gonna say, "Tiana, you're boring. Get off." And I had put him in timeout. He gonna come back and say, "Let Tiana know she whack." I got a screenshot that and send it to her. James G, you about to be on timeout again. You keep on, keep on. Okay. It's so funny. Okay. Okay. So they're from Europe.
Yeah. And so, at least for me, I can kind of tell if people don't have diverse friend groups. And so I found that a lot of my conversations were around not even just diversity or race, but just around, hey, this is my life. They were very intrigued about, oh, what do you do?
How are you here?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
They trying to figure out what you do different.
Yes.
What is different about you?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So,
okay. Was a lot of it you having to educate people? I love conversations like this.
I would say it's 50-50. A lot of it was general or generic conversation of getting to know. I never felt like they were being like, what are you doing here? You can't afford this. I never felt that way.
Not facetious?
No, not at all. I just felt like they were inquisitive about me. Hey,
they don't interact with a lot.
Right.
So they're asking.
Absolutely. That's how I took it.
Okay.
That's how I took it. And I would see them, because the cruise was, like I said, 2 weeks long, almost 2.5 weeks long. So you would see them throughout the ship and say, hey, we would grab dinner with them, play games with them, go to the dance hall. They had not dance hall. They had clubs there, So I never took it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you notice things, even, like, did you notice a difference between you and maybe, or conversations that we've grown up around versus conversations that they were having, or even things like that? Or was it a distinct difference of maybe what we deem as fun or something like that versus...
Oh, yeah. Oh, girl. What they deem as fun, girl, child.
Okay.
Nowhere near. There was a comedian that came, not funny at all. But when I tell you, them people was cracking up.
Not funny at all.
Not funny. Me and my friends sitting there like,
where is the joke?
We saw the other black people like, we all looking around like, what?
This
They were cracking up. We were leaving the show. They were like, oh my God, that was one of the best comedy shows I've been a part of, But that happens here.
Yeah, it's beauty in difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's just like respect. Okay, they liked it, that's fine. But that was one of the funnier things, like the entertainment, how different that was. Because you go on a Carnival cruise or Royal Caribbean, they getting down. They playing all the hip hop music. We having dance parties. It wasn't like that on this boat. This particular boat, because I don't want to generalize and say all Virgin Voyages, but this particular boat, it was just surreal, relaxed, and chill. Girl, when I tell you, I went to they had a puzzle tournament, like putting together puzzles.
Really?
I had so much fun doing that.
Did you?
I would have never done a puzzle. Girl, I went 3 times.
Did you?
I had a ball putting together them old raggedy puzzles.
And that's why it's so important for difference.
And what would happen is, because it was a competition, and so each day I went, I would be partnered with different people. So we would be talking, getting to know each other. Girl, I would have never. Somebody tell me, hey, go to this puzzle competition. I would look at them like they're crazy.
I'm not going.
I'm not going to a puzzle competition. 3 times.
3 times you said I'm going
3
3.
times. Now I'm looking at puzzles like, should I order one?
That is
It was
amazing.
so much
and it
fun.
also will help you build up your. But what it's showing me is that there is just so much to learn from everyone. Like, because what may be boring to us, what we deem as boring, could really be really good and peaceful and calm. Because I think that sometimes growing up, well, how we grow up, sometimes a lot of things is surrounded by chaos.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the difference between us.
Or everything has to be loud, or you know what I'm saying? Everything has to be a dance or a sport, or it's like, no. Girl, I did puzzle making. They had a ping pong class I did. I did a bungee jumping workout session.
Did you?
Bungee jumping.
How was that?
Girl, it was the best thing. I got such a good workout. It was so much fun. I would have never thought to do that. Never, ever, 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 ever. I did a workout, a 90s or 80s workout class. I had a ball.
Wow.
I would have never done that.
Wow.
Never, ever,
I love that.
I had so much fun. Even on the days that we were at sea, I was having a ball. I would do the classes.
Not doing your typical thing.
Not doing my typical thing.
Not doing your typical thing.
Not doing my typical thing at all. So much fun.
That is amazing.
So much fun.
That is amazing. I love that. I love that so much because it's like we just don't know what we don't know. It's about exposure.
Yeah. One thing that I did, I took a salsa class, or not a salsa dance class. Girl, now I want to take salsa. I'm excited for some salsa class. Yes, it was so much fun. And then you get a workout, and it helps you with like movements and just being more free. Because I tend to be like that very rigid. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
You know, so doing a salsa class, I'm like, let me sign up for a salsa class here.
Wow. I love that. You don't know what you don't know.
And you gotta be open, but again, because you're on a cruise, because you're close, it forces you, or not, because I'm sure there's some people that stayed in the cabin. So there has to be some openness on your part
to make you even consider.
Absolutely.
To make you even consider doing it. Wow, that makes me so happy. It makes me really happy because it's like that's amazing. So, do you have any other trips coming up?
I am going to Cancun, Mexico. I've been there before, but my family and I, for the past, 3 years, we're going to keep it going. For Christmas, we just travel. We spend time together and we travel. So we're going to Cancun for about 7 days.
Really? Are y'all going to be there on Christmas? I love that.
Yeah.
Not New Year's though, are y'all?
No. Okay. We'll come back for that, but like Christmas and stuff, we'll be there.
What do y'all do? Like, what have y'all been doing lately? The last time.
Oh, girl, go to the beach. They have like little festivals and events going on too because of the holiday season as well. Go out to eat. That food, if you get some authentic Mexican food,
so good.
Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it. So we be trying all the different restaurants and stuff, but it's just really relaxed and chill, getting away from buying gifts and spending money. So this trip and getting more into experiences. You know what I'm saying? Because, respectfully, you should be celebrating God throughout the entire year.
You really should.
So I'm like,
I don't know nobody that get birthdays on somebody else's gift. That get gifts on somebody else's birthday. And
that's why I'm like, we're going to do our own thing because we're going to praise God throughout the year. We're going to be together as a family. And actually, this was my gift to them. I'm like, hey, I'll pay for a place to stay. Y'all just got to pay for your flights.
That was amazing.
So God is good. I'm so happy I was able to do that. But we just be relaxing and just getting away from all that
loud chaos.
Shopping and 50% off, Black Friday. Nah.
In a trend. It's literally like in a trend. In a trend of gotta do this, gotta do that. And it's like, no, you don't. And I was just talking to my best friend earlier about it. Like, just because you've been doing something for so long does not mean it's the most effective thing to do, or it's the most impactful, or it's the most efficient. It doesn't. No. It's just what you've been doing.
And I'm so happy that my mom was old, because she's old school. So she turned 70 this year. She's old school. I'm so happy that she has just been so open to different and not saying, "Oh, I always cook. We always get gifts." That lady was so ready to say, "Let's pack a bag and go."
Really?
No resistance at
And that's
all.
beautiful because
Yeah.
old school.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they like what they like.
The traditions and everything like that. Yep.
I love that. I'm happy that she was
Me too.
okay with
Me
that.
too.
Because you don't know what you don't know, and it's like it's a whole life out there.
Yeah. It really is. It really, really is. So that's that. Yeah, that's Christmas. Then my friend is turning 40, so we're going to St. Kitts or something like that.
Okay, when?
This I think December 15th or December 11th.
Oh wow, so you going back to back?
Back to back,
I know
honey.
that's right.
Listen, back to back.
See?
If you gonna work,
You better treat yourself.
treat yourself. Stop working, and not, you know.
Absolutely.
And have a goal in mind too. Like I get if you're working towards a goal, you know. Like, hey, I want to pay off a car. I want to do this. I want to do that. Just make sure you treat yourself. And it doesn't always have to be out of the country.
I love that
You know.
though. So where would you say, do you have an all-time favorite?
My top two places
Okay.
is, of course, Costa Rica. It's because of the community. Like when I tell you, when I went to Costa Rica, they have, instead of having 8 hours of school, they have 4 hours of school, and in 4 hours they're working in community.
Oh wow.
So each house has their own garden, their own personal garden. The school has a garden, but they're building up their skills within the community, which I love. Like I'm a huge advocate for that. I completely disagree with 8+ hours of school for these kids, and you wonder why they can't sit down, and now everybody has, ADD. No, I just can't sit down for 8 hours.
That's a long time. I should not be like, show me, teach me something.
Yeah.
And then let's go do it.
Yes, and that's what they do.
Okay.
So that was my favorite place just because of how they treat education, how they treat kids. They also treat their elderly community very, very well too. They always look out for them. They, making sure they come to the events or etc. Anyway, which is all about community. And then my second favorite place is Switzerland.
Really?
I love Switzerland. Yeah.
Why?
It's beautiful. It's just a beautiful place. Expensive.
It is.
Yeah, I would never. Well, let me not say never. It's expensive. You're gonna need a couple of dollars to live there.
Okay.
But what I like about Switzerland is everyone gets paid a living wage. So you don't see and somebody told me that being homeless is actually illegal there. They're going to help you find a job, help you get on your feet.
Really?
They said,
That
yes.
is amazing.
Yes, that's what I said.
That is a country that actually wants everyone in their country to. They're not thriving off of someone not having it.
Nope. They
Wow.
really aren't. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
There's so much that happens in the world. You just gotta go out and
You
just
do. You really do.
be a part of it
Yep.
to be able to change your mind as it pertains to what is out there, what's available. I really love that.
Yep.
I love that. Were you always a traveler? Have you always been a traveler?
Yeah. And shout out to my mom. She helped with that. She was the first one to introduce me to travel. Yeah. And it was a quick trip. I'm from Rochester, New York, which is maybe 2 or 3 hours away from Canada, the border. And so
It's not hurting, is it?
no. Okay. One year, we took a bus to New York City.
Okay.
And I think it was in Manhattan and everything. Manhattan. Yeah, it was to Manhattan. And I was maybe 12. And we had a time.
Did y'all?
And I had it in my mind that, I want to go see what other places look like. And that's what I've been doing. So shout out to Mom. That small trip, not small, but that trip that she took me on when I was 12, 13. Stayed with me. And it was, it wasn't a big trip. Like I said, it was, we rode the bus. It was maybe like a 2-hour bus
So it
ride.
didn't even like that y'all going on a plane or
No,
any of that.
It was a bus. It was a bus.
I love that. Do you feel like you'll live back in Rochester or no?
No. Some cities, it's best to move on from. Rochester is one of them.
Okay. Is it small?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a small city, yeah. I would say, yeah, it's a small city. There's just nothing there for me.
Opportunities were slim.
Right, oh yeah. It was very cloudy, not sunny, homeless issue, drug issue, homicide issue. Yeah. I'm
Just a lot
grateful.
of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. Is your mom there or here?
No, she's here. Yep, she's
Is
here.
any of your family there?
My older sister and older brother.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Trying to get them to move. You know, some people it's just
Familiar.
yeah, that's it.
They be stuck in that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't get them out of it if you wanted
Nope.
to.
Nope.
I get that 100%.
Yep. Just want to stay because that's what they do.
That's what they know.
Mm-hmm. What they don't understand is like you ain't gonna grow here.
No, you're not. You can't grow in the comfortable place that you are. You gotta step out. You grow with the unknown.
Yep.
And it be so scary.
Oh yeah.
But it be worth it. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, it don't matter if it's scary, keep going.
That's right. I moved to Atlanta by myself. No job, nothing. I just signed up for school.
You ain't know what.
I ain't know what was gonna come.
What do you want to do with or what do you do with your education piece?
So, you know, as you experience things, your viewpoint changes. So back in the day, I'm a millennial, and so education was pushed. Bachelor's degree, master's degree, get that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I got my master's degree in psychology, and I love it. I'm so happy I got it because it taught me so much, but I don't use it. Well, you do use it because you learn how to interact with people, you learn how to talk to people, you learn about different emotions and how to manage emotions and regulate emotions. But I'm just saying I'm not a psychologist.
Okay.
You know?
Yep.
And so I was super proud of my master's degree. Like, look at me, I got a master's degree.
Yeah.
But if somebody come up to me and say, hey, should I get a master's degree? No.
You say no.
No.
Okay, tell me.
Not unless you are like
a
doctor, unless you're going for like a doctor, or the career field requires it. No.
Okay.
If I had to do it all over again, I would just go get certifications. I would at most get my bachelor's degree and then just the rest specialized certifications.
Can you say why?
Because a lot of what we do doesn't really require a master's degree. You can learn the same amount of information by getting a certification. Again, there's exceptions,
There are.
right? But for the most part, if the field that you want to go in doesn't require it, I wouldn't get it. Get a specialized certification and focus on that only.
Because the thing is that you just want to be a master.
Right. That's it.
That's the whole goal.
Yeah.
Like all of this school stuff. And you know, that has really just been put into place with me. Like I feel like God has just been drilling in my head is money follows mastery.
That's right.
Money follows mastery. That's what he's been drilling into me. Like people get all of these things. Some may get it to look like something or whatever. But the reason why they're telling you to go to school for longer or telling you to get these different things is to master, to become a master at it, to become so good at it that you cannot have an issue that you cannot solve.
Yeah.
And so that is, I feel like if you can get that without spending millions of dollars.
For sure you can. Going
to spend millions of dollars just to show that you get it is just an insecurity issue.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, the only exception is
if you need
healthcare, maybe like a doctor. Any sort of doctor, if you're prescribing medicine, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But other than that,
wow.
Time and get those specialized certifications.
Wow. That's crazy, but it's really like it's so true. Because we're just trying to master. You're just trying to become a master at solving this problem.
Yep, very true. I like that. I like the way you worded it. We're just trying to master. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just trying to become a master at solving this problem. And I was talking to one of my guy best friends last night, and because he was saying like, he's really good. I could listen to him talk all the time. He's very intellectual and educated, can read you down in such a nice way, but knows his stuff. And he said sometimes people like they'll say to him about his resume, it's like you tend to be a job hopper. And he's like, it's not that I'm a job hopper. It's just that I know what I bring to the table.
Hello.
And if I do not, he said it in an eloquent way. And I
Yeah.
know he did. He was like,
Yeah.
and if the person who I'm working for does not receive that
That's right.
and does not take good care of that, then I'm going to go to someone who
That's
will.
the way to do it.
And he's like, every time that I've left 6 months, 7 months, he's like, they have always sent me off with big celebrations because I have changed. He's like, it doesn't take me a year to make changes that's going to impact your company 5-10 years later.
Wow.
He said, I can do that in 3-6 months. I know my skill.
That's right.
And I'm like, that is what it's about. People always want to put time with what you deserve, but it's like, you're paying me for the value that I bring.
That's right.
If I can bring this value and make an impact that will serve your country, your company for the next 10 years, and I do it in 3 months, it don't matter. I'm free to go.
That's right. Especially if you're not appreciating.
I don't have to be tied down to your company for 30 years to make changes in your company.
That's right. Especially if you're not valuing what I bring to the table. Like when it's time for a raise or promotion or, people have a right to go. These companies are not loyal to us.
They're not. You die and they don't care. They don't give you a warning when it's time to fire you.
No, they don't.
They said that states are at will. What does that mean?
That's right.
I can fire you whenever. Okay, so why am I giving you, even though it's courtesy, but it's like, where does the courtesy go on the other side, though?
I'm giving you that was good that he does that. And that's my recommendation for everybody, too. Okay. It's like probably every 2 or 3 years. You get your experience. But if you're like him and he can come in and make an impact, go whenever you want.
He's very, he impactful.
Yeah.
He's very good with putting together strategies and just like he can turn a company upside down. He can turn a company in and out. And he's been he's now with health, working in HR and health, but he's worked in hotels. He was big in the hotel industry and things like that, but he knows his stuff.
I love that.
And it's like, he was like, even his mom and his grandmother and them say like he was like, even they feel like I don't deserve to do what I do. Like they feel like, but it's a lack. Yeah. It's from a lack. They're not doing it from a place of, they feel like he's not worthy, but they're just like, no, I'm not used to people. Hey guys, I'm not used to people changing. Y'all millennials or y'all Gen X, y'all change too much. But it's like, no, you stay tied down to a company for 30 plus years. And for what? What do you have to show for it?
For what?
What do you have to show for it? He like, I know what I bring to the table. I know what I'm about to do to your company.
That's right.
So if I'm doing this to your company, what are you going to?
Yeah.
How are you going to compensate me?
Yes. Yeah.
For changing the trajectory of your company.
And another thing that I learned about that is that a lot of people wait till they're 1 year for a raise. They be giving raises throughout the year. Bonuses throughout the year. So make sure you understand. If you work for a corporation, the ins and outs of it. Get a mentor, get somebody you trust, or you read the handbook yourself and understand, what do I actually qualify for? Because a lot of times we leave money on the table. We get upset at these jobs, but why you read your employee handbook?
Why are you not advocating for yourself?
Absolutely.
Advocate, read it. And he also was talking about like, we have to understand, like, he was like, first people have to understand what kind of employee are you?
That's right.
He was like, I just love talking to him all day because it's like he's so educated and he really knows his stuff. I know he's hell for a company.
I love it.
He's hell for a company because he don't play. But it's like, I'm holding up my bargain plus some.
Yeah.
Don't play with me.
That's right.
Because they will, and especially with us being black.
Yep.
They feel as if we don't deserve it.
That's right.
Because he said that, he was like, I feel like they think, immediately they think that I'm uneducated. He was like, it's no reason why I am the head HR and the CEO of the company. You're making dang near $100,000 more than me. But the CEO of the company, we are in a meeting and people are coming to me as if there's no clear distinction of who's the CEO and who's not. And yes, he's like, there's no clear distinction. He said, I'm not going to play this game. I'm not playing this game with people. You're coming to me and you're asking me what should we do and all of that. He said, no, I'm not playing that game
I
with you.
love it.
I know what I'm doing.
I love it.
So I said, he out cold though. He is out cold. I said, I really want to hire you. One day I'm gonna hire you for my company
There you
because
go.
he is so good.
There you go.
He's good. Like he's good.
I love that.
Oh, he a firecracker. I'm like, what help? Why did you like? How did you start standing up for yourself and really knowing your worth? Because all it is just you. He know his worth.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I've been through things when I worked before, and people I've been hurt, and I vow I'm not gonna be hurt. I'm not gonna allow for my future to be in the hands of someone else.
That's right. Oh, I love that.
He out cold. I'm telling you, you would love him.
Oh.
He is out cold. I say, okay, leave me alone, because I'm not your HR client. Now leave me alone. No, I'm not. Turn it off. He don't even know how to turn it off sometimes. I say, turn it off. You're not talking to your boss.
Hello. So you're not talking to your boss.
Let me see your hand. This looks so good already. So what I would say is we can start with square, just to give your hands, give the things in the side time to grow out.
Okay.
Just to give those things that's like from the stress levels, just to give it, not from the stress of the nail tips and stuff, time to grow out. That'll be growing out by the next time you come. Then we can do what we need to do. Oh, okay, what's this? That's alcohol. What do you have planned this weekend?
Girl, relaxing. I just got back yesterday.
From your trip?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I said, let me go. I'm glad I made an appointment. My nails
You
broke.
just got back.
I just got back yesterday evening. Yes, ma'am.
Are you serious?
Oh, did something stick on? No.
Yes, okay, I'll get it for you.
Okay, thank you. I'll probably do that.
Yeah, okay. So you chilling. So when do you have to be back to work?
Probably Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you chilling. You don't have.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh great. Why would I do that?
Yes,
How did I do that? Why that mess? Are you cooking today? Or no? Is that not relaxing?
Girl, I just went grocery shopping because I'm like, I ain't got no food in this
Listen, none. So what you gonna eat? What's something good that you want to eat?
I went by Trader Joe's and I did some grocery shopping. I'm gonna go by Zaxby's.
Oh, what you getting from there? Some chicken, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is them the ones with the bread?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't know yet.
Oh, you about to? And is this something that you probably gonna watch on TV?
Yeah, I'm about to binge watch something. I'm about to binge watch. I don't know.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. This is not hurting, is it? Oh, post content. Okay. Post this content.
These are perfect.
Where is my Instagram at?
I done messed up something.
You all right? Let me see. You okay?
Let's see. But yeah, I'm gonna go get me something to eat and
Go lay down,
honey, relaxing. This is 6 or 7 hour time difference. I did pretty good though. I did wake up at 4 o'clock this morning though.
You did?
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm gonna go home and eat and then probably take me a little nap. And then
6
still
or
be tired.
7 time difference.
Yeah.
7 hours. Okay.
Yes, yeah. Some places we were 6, some places we were 7.
And y'all flew from where?
So the cruise was in a place called Portsmouth, UK.
Okay.
So we flew to London. I spent some time in London, a couple of days in London. Then we went on the cruise. Then the cruise ended in Spain. And
Okay.
we spent a few days in Spain. So I've been gone for a total of like 17, 18 days.
Love it. Oh, that is living. That is living. I don't care what anyone has to say. That is what you call living.
Yep.
You are going to be having a lot of firsts. You're going to be having a first of dealing with the product, knowing how the product works, what the product actually does. I know I didn't post that. Let me see. Okay. See, what did I post? This. Okay. Yes.
Get it, girl.
I've been doing what I've been having to do about this content. I feel like that's how God has been dealing with me. It's like it's time to get creative. Like, no, everything you have is everything you need. So I've been doing what I need to do.
Yes.
And I've really been liking it. Like the more I do it, the better of course I'm getting.
So how many oh no.
It's not doing nothing wrong.
Oh, okay.
No, I just always do that with it too. Because this product, all these product be thick. So I'm bringing it down. So, but no, it's not nothing wrong with it.
I'm like, oh Lord.
No.
How many days, how many times a day do you post?
I post at the minimum once, but I've been posting more like 2 or 3. I just been wanting to post more times a day, as well as I've been going live. Like I'm really focusing on getting my watch hours up on YouTube, because once my watch hours are up, I can start getting paid from ads on YouTube, which is quicker money and easier money. I could put ads on my videos. And so I've been going live on here so I can get my watch hours up. And yeah, I've just, even on Instagram and stuff, I'll go live, but really just at least posting 1 time a day. If not, I really want to do like 2 or 3 though. So making sure I have enough content to do that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's do some rapid fire questions. I'm gonna ask you some questions, and you only have like 60 seconds to answer.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Come on, I love you. Okay. I love when you come.
So let's see. Hold on, let me get my, because you gotta be efficient when you answer. Let me get my timer out.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yes, this is why I love when I see your name come across to the cup.
Let's see. Let's do rapid fire.
You can put your hand in. We're doing rapid fire questions, guys. I only have 6. You saying 60 or 30?
I'm gonna give you 60.
Okay, she's gonna give me 60 seconds to answer. Good morning, Natasha.
Okay.
I'm nervous, y'all.
She
put me on spot. Let me see. Hold on. Actually, before you start.
Okay.
Before you start, where's this? Put this here. I'm gonna also go live. Here on YouTube, so that can also, that's gonna make, I'm not on YouTube, we already live on YouTube, but with your fire questions, I'm gonna go live on Instagram.
That was not for watching.
You are going to be continue
What you mean? It's not for watching TV. Yeah. It's for the class or music.
rapid fire questions with my client. Okay. Thank you, girlie. Okay. Okay, guys. I am. Oh, that went on the side. I gotta fix that. So I'm working with my client, and she's about to do some rapid fire questions, and I only have 60 seconds to answer these questions.
So it's just all about us getting to know you more, really,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So question number one, again, we'll start with 5 questions,
Okay.
right? And so I'm testing number 1 to get to know you, but 2 how efficient you are with answering these questions.
Okay.
So you'll have at most 60 seconds to answer.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
No.
They're fun.
They're fun. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Question number 1: if you weren't a nail tech, what would you be doing instead?
Speaking.
Speaking.
Yes.
So like a public speaker?
Yes. If I wasn't a nail tech, I would be speaking and motivating people.
Okay. Question number 2: what's the weirdest nail request you've ever gotten? Can you say?
Weirdest nail request I've ever gotten. I can't really think of a really weird nail request I've gotten.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, that's good.
Yeah,
That's
I can't
good.
think of it.
That's
really.
wonderful.
Okay,
That's wonderful.
okay.
Question number 3. So everybody knows that you started off in Detroit doing nails. So what's one difference between Detroit nail clients and Atlanta nail clients?
My Detroit nail clients, that's good. I feel like my Detroit nail clients, I love them and we have a rapport because we're from the same space. We, if not the same city, the same state. So a lot of similarities. Here, I am meeting people from all over. Gotcha. So I'm meeting people from Rochester, New York, from Colorado. Yeah. So the biggest difference is how different we are.
Good. Very good.
That's good.
Why did you start doing nails? What made you start doing nails?
I started doing nails because I could not afford anything. I was working 2 full-time jobs. I worked at Delta Airlines during the day, and I worked as a midnight auditor during the nighttime, overnight. And every time I would get paid, all of my money was gone. I could not afford anything. My car note was coming out of my account, and so every time it would come out, it would be at least a negative $200, but it'd be paid every month. But it'd just be negative, and it was like no matter how much I worked, I could not afford anything. I was just always living check to check, and so I said I need to do something else that I can do on the side. So I started nails thinking that it would be my side hustle. That's why I started nails.
Good.
I couldn't afford nothing.
Very good. I love the efficiency. Fun question: if you could do anyone's nails in the world, who would it be?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
If I could do anyone's nails dead, it would be Luther Vandross.
Why?
Because I love his music, and I just would want to know, like, where were you? What's your headspace? Because his music, I just love his music. Yeah. So that's dead.
Okay.
Alive, if I could do anyone's nails, it would be Deion Sanders.
Why?
I love Deion Sanders because I love like how honest and open he is with his religion and his like how he believes in God and how he honors him in everything that he does, and I just respect him as a man of God and how he moves.
I love that. Very good.
2 men, which is crazy because I'm a nail tech.
I love that.
That's crazy. That is crazy, right?
Next question. So you offer classes teaching your technique. And at least for me, I find that sometimes that's rare, or people offer classes and they aren't really teaching you how to do what they do in order to, create their own career. What made you decide to say, hey, I want to start teaching people how to do this work so they can have either residual income or make this into a career?
What made me start was I am a person where I learn really fast, but in order for me to really understand what someone is saying, I have to zone in on what you are saying. And sometimes I have to ask you, can you paint a picture for me?
Yeah.
It's like, just because you say big words or something, sometimes that does not register to my mind. But if you paint a picture, I can understand it, and I can really understand it and be able to regurgitate it.
Nice.
Because that's how you understand things. And so I noticed that in the nail world, or just in the industry, period, the beauty industry, there's a lot of people that are offering classes, but are you regurgitating it, or are you teaching it in a way where someone can make it in their own words and regurgitate it?
Yeah.
And it's a reason, like, we should be able to understand it.
Yeah.
I want you to understand it on not only understand how to do it, but why are you doing it? Why does these two things work together?
Yeah.
And so I seen the opportunity with nails on how I could teach people to where they could go on and be like, you know what? I really get this.
Yeah.
I really get how to do nails, because that aha moment for me gave me so much confidence to where I was like, not only am I just doing it out of habit, but I'm doing it because I actually understand why to do it.
Yeah. So your response is you offer the classes because you noticed that there was a gap between how people teach the class. You know, are you teaching the class just, hey, you know, here's the information, or are you really making sure people understand the technique and they can actually apply it and execute it?
Yes.
That was the difference. Okay, perfect.
Yes.
So, follow-up question to that. We talked a lot about like going to college and certifications. When it comes to nail techs or any sort of service, would you recommend college or certification?
Certification. You can put your hand in. I recommend certification. In order for you to be a nail tech, you have to become licensed in your state that you reside in. You go get licensed. Depending on the state, it can range from 400 to 600 to maybe 800 hours. So a little under a year to take the classes. And I feel like, but with nail school, most nail schools are only going to teach you the science behind nails. So they're only going to teach you sanitation.
Okay.
They're only going to teach you how to not give someone an infection. That is what they're teaching you. They touch on drills, they touch on an application, but they don't spend a lot of time on it. The whole state board test is on science, on sanitation. That's it. So I would tell them to go get your license because it's required, but you absolutely need to take additional education. You need to have additional education, because they're not going to teach you the Russian technique. They're not going to teach you how to apply gel. They're not going to really teach you in depth how to apply acrylic, what this means. And it's all outdated. It is. It's outdated stuff. It's stuff that we no longer use. Just like technology is going at such a fast pace, so is the nail industry. It's a new trend every other day. There's new things every other day. So, yeah, they need certification.
Certification to get that additional knowledge.
Yes.
Perfect. Next question.
Y'all, she got me on spot.
Atlanta is very, or can be very, what do you call that? There's a lot of nail techs. There's a lot of service techs out. What makes you so different?
What makes me so different is my attention to detail, and also the love and how I connect with my clients. Like, this is not just a money thing to me. I feel like this is more of a people thing, and I get paid for it. But I love people. I love people. I love connecting with people. I love meeting people. I love hearing their stories. And I feel like God has given me that gift to connect with people. And so it's not just about nails. I'm perfecting my craft so that way you can leave with beautiful nails. But it's more about the connection of people. And that's what makes me different, is that it's not about money. It's not about nails. I love nails, and I love doing a Russian manicure, and I love perfecting it. But I love people.
So people.
People is what makes me different.
What's your favorite nail color on a client?
I love natural. So anything that's natural to them. You can put your hand in. I'm a very clean nail tech. Like, I love clean aesthetic. I don't like all the crazy stuff, for real. And if you do get crazy stuff, I like it minimal, like very minimalistic, very much so like the UK. Like, that's their vibe. Is very bronze, taupes, nudes, very clean. And so that's what I like. I like very clean aesthetic.
Nice.
You could wear it anywhere.
Yeah. Nice. Last question, because I think this is probably question number 10. We want to know about your future. Where do you see yourself in 5 years.
Y'all, this is so impromptu. Can we please tell them that this was so this was not planned.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years, where I see myself is, I feel like now God is ushering me more into the educational realm. And just because I'm so good at regurgitating information and explaining it in a way, painting a picture for you, how I would need it. I see myself just stepping into that industry of showing people what I know.
Yeah.
From all of the 7-8 years of trial error, this works, this didn't work, this, just pouring into them so I can build up enough African American or just period nail techs who are knowledgeable, who have integrity, and who move with love, and more importantly, like who move with how God wants them to move. Like training them up to know that everything that people see of me, everything that I have, it's not because I'm just special. It's literally because God gave me a play and I'm running it.
I love that.
So
God gave me a play and I'm running it.
Yeah. So that's where I see myself in the next 10 years. And I don't know what else that looks like. I don't know what else that looks like, but I just trust God that it's all going to make sense.
Yes. Yes.
Because right now, I'll make all that sense. But yeah.
Very good.
Oh, was that good?
Yes.
That was good.
Yes. Very good. It was more than 5 questions. I think we did like 8 or 9 or something.
That was good. I really liked those questions. What made you think of those?
Like, let's do a rapid fire.
That is really good because I know that they're going to appreciate this because I have not really went into depth about that, but I'm happy.
Good.
I'm happy. Yeah. Period.
Good. Yes.
That's why you're my favorite client.
Listen,
Don't y'all start.
Don't do it, y'all.
Don't y'all start. It was like, favorite client.
Oh, hold on a second.
No, yeah. That was good.
Good.
And it definitely makes you think.
Yeah.
Like, because you could be doing something, but what sets you apart?
Right.
And I really do think that it's people.
Yeah.
People is what set me apart because I'm good with people.
And you can tell by the quality of work. So when you look at other, and not to judge them, but you can really tell the difference between who's in it because they're passionate about what they do, or it's, oh my gosh, I can make $3,000 in a week. You know, they get clients in and out, no conversation happening. It's just really, really quick. Also, like, shout out to you.
Thank you, Jaylee. I see you too.
I never have an issue with you canceling. None of that at all. You know, like people be joking like, oh, I got that hey boo text. Never happened.
Yay.
But that also shows that you have a respect for the craft as well. You know, I understand people are human, things come up, but it's like, you know,
every time.
Exactly.
Every time.
That's what I'm saying.
You gotta cancel on me every time.
I'm trying to get my nails done and you messing with me.
Right.
I'm trying to do my self-care. You never know. It's not true. It might be the only thing I do. And it gets canceled. You know, like people don't take that into consideration when they're messing with people's
mental
lives. Yeah, it's like, hey, I need my hair done. I want to look nice, you know?
I may be having a very rough day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is one reason why I feel like I have, even with my space, I'm being very intentional. And I know that it's God doing it, like just with creating a space that'll be for peace for people. Because you just don't know what people are going through. Like people literally, you can put your hand in, someone can get the most heart-wrenching phone call right before they walk in here.
Yeah. Yep.
You don't know.
You never know.
And it's the you don't know part, which is why you should be kind to everyone. And just, I want to create that space where they feel at ease. Like, you know what? Let me go get my nails done.
Yeah. Yes.
Because I ain't got no peace up in here, but I'm about to go get some peace there.
At my nail tech, with my nail tech. Yes. Yes.
And so I think that is what also, you know, just catering to the clients.
Yeah.
And
it's real simple.
They don't want much.
Yeah, you're not difficult.
They just want you to come when you're supposed to come because you're the one that set the books open.
Hello. You told me your schedule. You told me your schedule and you gonna cancel? This is what you said.
You told me your schedule.
You told me your schedule. I ain't make nothing up. I ain't call you and say, hey, make an exception. You told me your schedule.
You told me that this is when you was available.
Listen.
And now you got available.
Right. This is what you said. I didn't set the time. I didn't do anything. I went online like you told me to.
And I just think that in the beauty industry, we have to tap back into that
Mm-hmm.
as entrepreneurs and understanding, because
Customer
service, we've gotten away from that. We've gotten away from knowing that it's the client that has you successful.
Mm-hmm. But also, I think it's a two-way street, because unfortunately, even as the client, if you do good work, I'm more than likely to put up with your mess. And that's not good either.
That's not good.
Because it's like, then they're going to keep it up. Like, oh, you don't want to come, but I got 500 more people that will and don't mind if I cancel on them at the last minute.
That's not
But
good.
it's hard to find good quality people. You know what I'm saying? But
And I have not been in the field, like in the finding. I haven't been looking. So from a client, you say it's hard to find good quality people.
And excuse me, what I mean by quality is, I should say respect. Respect my time. Communicate with me. That's what I mean by quality, not work. Because you can find some people that can do good work. But the respect and communication is where everything's lacking. So that's what I mean by good quality people. Because I don't just consider the work. I consider
Everything.
everything.
You're considering everything.
Everything. So.
Okay, I get that. And I love that. And I feel like I feel like so many people have that same sentiment, that there's an opportunity there. It's an opportunity for people to come in and show, hey, everyone is not like that. Like, because people are starting to band together and say, you know what, I'm not putting up with that
Enough
mess.
is enough. What's happening is, and this happened during the pandemic as well, people are teaching themselves how to do their own services. Hair, nails, waxes, eyebrows, eyelashes, because it's like, oh no.
And only the greatest, only those that are masters, only those that have respect for their people will be the ones that remain booked.
That's right.
And that will remain in business.
Yeah.
They won't have to worry about going back and getting a job.
Right. There you go.
Because I see that happening a lot in the industry. A lot of providers are going to get a job, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
But it's like you have to check yourself and be honest with yourself.
That's
because
right.
every beauty provider is not going back to get a job. So why are you?
That's right.
Why do you have to? Especially if it's something that you want to do, okay, cool. But if you don't really want to go get a job, but you find yourself with no choice, you have to have real honest conversations with yourself.
Like, is it lack of customers or lack of customer service that's impacting you?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't have customers. Is that the real reason? Or is it because you have bad customer service? You know what I'm saying?
What is bad customer service to you?
Lack of communication, lack of respect for my time. Like, even with my nails, you know, let's say you make a mistake. Okay, you got great customer service. You'll fix it next time. I'll be back. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people, here's the thing, you got to think good and positive about people. I'm going to give everybody the benefit of the doubt until you give me a reason not to.
Okay.
So you say, oh man, I messed up, and no worries, no problem. I'll come back next time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
okay,
I'm going to give everybody, like I said, the benefit of the doubt.
okay.
Give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they give me a reason not to. It's that simple. That goes back to what you were saying, like, let's be patient. Let's provide each other with grace. But unfortunately, because the customer service is so bad.
And it has been for so long.
You only get one time. Especially if the communication isn't there. Like, here, and that's what I was going to say too. Like, most people, they just want communication. You running 5 minutes late, communicate that to me. I'm not going to be mad. Just communicate it to me. Oh, whatever happens, communicate. Most people are understanding if you communicate with them. What's happening is there's no communication, or it's last minute communication.
And it's like, and why is that? Because you don't see the importance of it.
You
have gotten
people.
so comfortable where you don't respect people to communicate with them and to tell them, hey, I'm running behind. You don't see the importance of it, because what you find important, you do.
That's right. Hello.
So that means, what do we have to do? We have to go back to what's important. We got to go back to the top. What is your goal? Your goal is to make money from this. Okay, how do you make money? Clients. Okay, how do you get clients? Your skill. Okay, how do you keep clients? Your respect, your timeliness, your skill.
Communication.
But communication. Because prices is not even a factor in it. When you are good at what
I ain't
you
say
do,
nothing about money.
you didn't say anything about money. Because when you are good at what you do and when you master, and this was so impromptu, like this was not planned. But when you master, when you're the master of it, people will pay you anything.
That's right.
They will pay you anything. Money
That's right.
never came up.
Money never mentioned money. I said communication and respect.
You never mentioned money.
I said communication and respect.
And but you have so many people who say people are not booking with me because my prices are too high. No, baby, that's not it at all.
No.
So you have to really dig deep to figure out what it is. And you don't even have to dig that deep.
Nope.
Just start at the top.
Yeah.
What's your goal? To make money doing hair, to make money doing nails, to make money doing makeup. Okay. How do you make money doing makeup? You get clients. How do you get clients? First, they need to see your skill. You need to perfect your skill. And then word of mouth or social media. Okay, so once you've done that, once you got the clients, how do you keep them? Respect, integrity, communication.
And that's the biggest gap. That's where people
That's
start
the
losing.
gap.
Yeah.
Because the
Because
talent
you know
there.
you know what you want. You want to make money. You have your skills. People are posting on Instagram, TikTok all the time. That's not the issue. The issue is your lack of maintaining good customer service or client management. So I do client management as well, and it's as simple as sending out an email, sending out a happy birthday, remembering their birthday, whatever the case may be. Customer service was so bad because I create trainings. That's my day job. It got so bad, I was like, I'll create a customer service training for you for free to teach you how to do basic, simple customer service.
Was it so bad for, are you saying beauty industry or just period?
Period.
Really?
Restaurants, just customer service was awful. And unfortunately, from my experience, it was with the small businesses.
Why?
Because
what do you think it is?
We're doing everything ourselves. You're just doing it right now. You're posting on social media. You're buying your stuff. You opened up this new studio. You're doing nails. You're doing everything yourself. And when that happens, customer service falls to the wayside a lot of times. You know what I mean? If you don't prioritize it. You have prioritized it. But a lot of people either don't have that stamina or bandwidth to prioritize it. They're too busy. Let me get my skills. Let me post on social media. Let me get these clients, which is just as important. But just like we said, how do you retain that retention? Retention is important, and that's where we're messing up. We're missing that retention customer service aspect. Without that, it's like, who wants to me, in my mind, running a business, if I could get 100 to 150 loyal clients, I don't even have to bother with new ones. Because it's like, you got to think about it. Dang, all the time I got to work with new people. Why is that? You looking at it like, oh, I need, which is okay. But it's like, I would measure my success on the amount of repeat clients. How many of my clients are repeat? Perfect new, but how many of them are repeat?
Because that will show you.
That'll show you loyalty, retention. That'll show you what you're doing right. And then also ask for feedback. I don't know when last time I got, like a survey or how am I doing? Or, you know what I'm saying? Some people, and I get it, we get busy. You get so big, it's like, oh, forget it. But
you can't.
You can't.
You have to make the number thing. You have to make the main thing the main thing. You can put your hand in. And the thing is that for anyone that is even listening, hello, beautiful. For anyone that's even listening, if you have choked up and messed up with customer service, it's not too late. It's probably too late with the people that you messed up with. But even then, they could potentially, if they see that you've changed, they could give you another shot. What you have to do is you have to take account and you have to pay attention to where you are right now and where do you want to go. And you have to start implementing things that can get you from here to there. So I don't want anyone that's listening on here to feel like, oh, it's too late. I've already messed up with people. If you've already messed up, it may be too late with them. But the God that I serve, it's not even too late with them.
That's right.
It's not even too late for them.
I would say start capturing emails. Because even if you mess up, you can send them an email and say, I apologize. Here's a $5 off your next service. And I think that's why it's also so important in businesses to capture your clients' emails.
Do you have a small business?
No, I used to.
Was it in customer service?
I would sell soap, skincare. But I worked in customer service. That's what I do.
Because I'm like, the way that you coming off like this is a small business.
Listen, that's what I do, training. So I create trainings on customer service. I create trainings on leadership, all of that.
So what are some steps? I think asking for feedback definitely shows your clients you care to make changes or don't if necessary. Good. That's good. I agree. I agree. So what do you think if someone is starting over? Let's say start here. If someone is starting new and they don't know much about customer service, what are the key things that they need starting new in any kind of business? Maybe we'll leave it to beauty industry.
If you are starting any sort of beauty industry, I would say, let me see, I'm gonna keep it as simple as possible.
Okay.
Because then you can build upon it.
Okay.
First thing you need to do from a customer service perspective is get your client's contact information.
Okay.
Whether that's email, text message, social media, whatever the case may be, you want to get their contact information. Why? Because you want to make sure that you remain in constant contact with them. Whether that's you sending out a monthly newsletter, bi-weekly email, holiday discount, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that you can communicate with your client even if they're not in your chair.
Okay.
Because what happens is that a lot of people, it's like that saying, out of sight, out of mind.
Okay.
Oh, so I don't need my nails done, or I'm deciding, not to get my nails done. Oh, I'm gonna forget, But if you're emailing them on a monthly basis, bi-weekly basis, or contacting them via text message, you stay top of mind. So that's one thing that you want to do in business is stay top of mind even when they don't see you.
Okay.
Second thing would be is to take advantage of all of the free resources. Like there's so many, like I think it's SBA.gov, Small Business Unit Association.gov or .com. They have so many free resources for new business owners. I would really take at least a week at minimum reviewing that site, looking at what's on that site. And the reason why I say take advantage of their resources is it may alleviate a lot of your costs. So prime example, when I was selling soaps, I didn't know that I could get free boxes from the U.S. Postal Service.
Wow.
I thought I had to pay.
Wow.
But it was on that site. So that took a lot of strain off of me from a business standpoint. Like, oh, I don't have
Put your
to,
thumb in like this.
I don't have to pay for
that
boxes.
that's good?
Yeah, that's good. It's like, I don't have to pay for boxes, So utilize your resources. That's good with customer service too, because the less stress you alleviate, the better at customer service you'll be. A lot of people aren't good at customer service because they're so busy doing everything else.
Okay.
So utilizing that resource will help you with customer service as well.
Okay.
Third thing is never be afraid to apologize and admit when you're wrong.
Okay.
We don't have in the service industry a lot of accountability. Like you'll go get your hair done and you'll be, frustrated about it, and the hairdresser like, no, I didn't do that. There's not a lot of accountability in the service industry when something goes wrong, whether that's a incorrect appointment date, an incorrect appointment time, wrong nail design, whatever the case may be. You can never be afraid to apologize when it comes to customer service. That'll show that, number one, you're human, but number two, that you respect me as a paying client.
Because that's what I am.
You're not doing my nails for free. I'm a paying client.
You're not doing my nails
You're not
for
doing
free.
it. My hair, anything I get, I'm paying for it, right? So don't be afraid to apologize when it comes to customer service. Also, I would say,
I love you. You're so intelligent and you just dropping it. Okay? And this is coming from a client. This is a client. She's not being paid for this. This is a client that is a customer for me and a lot of other businesses. She's in the world of beauty. She's in the world. She has to get her beauty things done. So she knows who better to ask.
Yeah. I'm a customer. I would go back to what I said about getting feedback. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback from your clients. And I would say even throughout, so I work for a corporation and we send out surveys to our employees every 90 days.
Okay.
We always want to know, and it's I think the company we just turned 120. We always want to know how can we be better?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I would say from a customer service perspective, ask for feedback.
Okay.
And the last thing I would say is value your existing clients. A lot of times, even in work, we forget about the tenured employees and we always focusing on the new ones. Like, oh, let's get the new employees, new laptops, a new phone. And You have an existing employee that's been here for 15 years and just had one laptop and don't even have a cell phone. So sometimes we take for granted our loyal customers.
Because they've been loyal.
They've been loyal.
Show them that you care.
Show them that you care. Some sort of, loyalty or whatever whatever the case may be. But don't forget about your loyal clients.
Okay.
Yep. So I would say take accountability.
I hope y'all listening.
Survey.
I pray that y'all are listening and y'all are taking and applying this, because I promise you there are a few things that she mentioned that I'm going to start applying to my business. Like, because you just never are too good to grow. Mm-hmm. There are some things where I for sure can say, you know what, let me apply this to my business. Mm-hmm. Because like she said, you judge your success off of returning. You don't, new is cool, but new is only showing that the marketing is working.
That's right.
That's all new is showing. Returning is showing not only does the marketing work, but your quality is good and your customer service is good. And this, you kind of got a good business going on. Mm-hmm. You got something going on that might be good. What was the website? She said SBA.
Yeah,
SBA.gov.
I believe, yeah. It's like Small Business Association.
Yes, SBA.gov.
Yeah. Yep. Google that and you'll find it. Yeah. I would start with those. Get a way to contact your customers. Don't be afraid to admit when you make a mistake, which is all about taking accountability. Mm-hmm. Send out that survey, ask for that feedback, and show value in your loyal clients. I would start with those 4 because those are very simple to maintain on your own and then implement. Now, once you get big, you should be hiring somebody to do the customer service and the emails and the communicating, kind of managing your books and the customer service aspect. If people have questions like, oh, you do Gel X, can you do this design? You should have somebody doing that for you so you can focus on your craft.
Okay.
I think a mistake that I made is I was trying to do it all for way too long. Okay. I could have gotten some help. I got to a point where I could afford help. Okay. And I was like, nah, I still want to do it on my own because I wanted that control. Okay. Instead of training somebody to think like me, or you know what I'm saying?
And that just takes setting aside time to actually do it.
Yep.
Okay. I love that because I definitely think, and I feel like with the way the world is going, you can hire someone off of Fiverr that's across the world that can be like your
customer service person. Your I call them like a customer relationship manager, where they manage the relationship with your customer. They make sure that they're communicating. They make sure that your customer knows about any new hours or offers. They are maintaining that good relationship with your customer.
Okay. And how, okay. Because I'm trying to think, how does that look as far as paying, or what hours does that look like?
You set the hours. And here's the beautiful thing about the resources, like I was talking about on the small business website. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you'll probably only need to hire somebody for a year because the goal is to automate. So, for example, I would come into the business and my goal would be automation. I'm not trying to stay on your payroll. I want to set you up so it automatically happens. You know what I'm saying? The emails automatically come out when someone, very similar to when you set up an appointment, you get an automated email. You can do or text message. You can do that with emails. You can send out loyalty programs or loyalty rewards. All of that can be automated. Okay. So the goal isn't to, if someone comes to you and say, hey, I'm going to be on your payroll for 3 to 5 years. It only takes a year. A good person can set up a really good system for you in a year. So everything will be automated. Okay. Even your posts on Instagram, TikTok, whatever the case, they just need to come into your business to understand you and your voice. And then that's it. Everybody should have a system in place.
Everyone should have a system that can run if anything was to even
run it.
Happen.
That's right.
Wow.
That's it. You don't need nobody in here to manage. We setting up that system.
And the way of the world is, it's so much technology. You have AI. Okay.
I would use AI as a support.
Not the main thing.
No.
Okay, can you tell me why?
It's not human. It's not human.
So it doesn't have that humanistic
That
feature.
personability, you know, it's not a critical thinker at all. And here's the thing with AI, you still have to feed it the information. You still have to ask it the right questions. You still have to tell it how you want it to format the response. AI also has, or at least with Chat GPT, there's like what do you call that? Temperature levels. Like you can ask it a question like, tell me, you know, what color is the sky? Temperature 1. And based off of the temperature that you provide, that determines the detail of the response. So if I say, hey, Chat GPT, tell me what color the sky is, you know, temperature 1, and it'll say, oh, today the sky is blue. But if I tell Chat GPT, you know, tell me what color the sky is, temperature 5, it goes in detail. The sky is blue. The clouds are shaped this way. You can expect.
But you have to know the detail in order to.
You feeding Chat GPT everything.
Okay.
So use it as a resource, but
not as the main thing. Okay.
Not as the main thing.
That's really good. I hope you guys are listening because I know I am. Definitely have some homework to do. And so it takes just taking like a week or so of being intentional with putting these, seeing what you need first, and then going from there.
Do a business needs analysis and figuring out what your business needs are. Take that week and then, you know, like you said, hire somebody, go on Fiverr. For now, if you need to do it yourself, you know, do it yourself as well. But I always say we're only as good as what we've been exposed to. So if you've only been exposed to, you know, whatever, it'll be best to hire someone, even as a consultant. Hey, can you come in? I set up these systems. Can you come in and look, you know, just based off of, I see where you have 30 years of experience in this. I want you to just come look out, you know, whatever cost, because of course there's going to be a cost associated. But even when you set up the systems, you're doing it based off of your own knowledge.
Okay.
Whereas there's so many people out there that have more knowledge than you because they've been around longer, because they've had more businesses, whatever.
They're more experienced.
So you just, once you get it set up, maybe hire somebody to come in and look at it.
Okay. I love this because these are the conversations that we have to get to the next level. It's like, okay, you've gotten here. You know how to do the skill, and now you've made it. Because I also believe that a lot of time we start businesses just because we know how to do a skill. It's not because we know
how to run
a business. Right. And that is the difference.
Yep. Huge difference.
You're just skilled. You should say, I'm doing this as a hobby, but I'm charging.
Yep. Right. Because if you didn't take the time to get the necessary skills, either that certification or apprenticeship, if you didn't take the time to understand the structure of a business, one or two things are going to happen. Either A, it's going to fail, or B, it's going to stress you out, and you're going to stop doing it, or you won't be as successful in it.
Okay, that makes sense. And this just helped me with so much, like with my business here in Atlanta, but also with my business in Michigan. Like it just helped me to where I know what I need to do. And you can put your hand in, and it really takes money to make money. Be your thumb like this by itself. It takes money to make money, so you can't be afraid to spend it.
No, especially like I said, wait till you get to that level. All of the things that I mentioned you can do on your own. But just know when it's time to grow, and you'll know when it's time to grow.
Okay.
Because that's when you'll have to hire, like I said, a consultant to come in and say, hey, I just want to make sure that my business is as efficient as possible.
Okay.
You know,
that's the word correctly. Is efficiency.
Yeah.
Being efficient.
Yep.
Ooh, that's good. I'm very happy about this. Let me see. You know, do you want to design on top of this?
No.
Okay.
I'm good, yeah.
One thing that I will say is I'm going to look to see if I can get this color in, because I know you like this color, in another brand. Because I see that this gel, it shrinks a lot.
Oh.
Like it shrinks. Gel shrinks, period. When gel cures, it shrinks.
Oh.
But I'm noticing that this shrinks a lot at the tip, but it also shrinks at your cuticle.
Oh.
But that's just from me being educated to know. So I'm going to also look at another brand to see if they have this color.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Beautiful color though. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
I like
color.
it.
Me too. But yeah, that was really good. I really hope that y'all listen, and even the people that's gonna come back and watch this. This was filled with a lot of information, and it could really bless you as a business owner, and if you're looking to become a real business owner and not just have a hobby, because I think that we do need to start differentiating
Yeah.
between a real business owner and someone that is hobbying,
Yeah.
but you're just getting paid for it. What is the word we could use for that? Like, what is the word that we could use for, like, in, because
it's like an in between.
It's an in between.
It's in between.
Because then in that way, if you categorize yourself as just hobbying but getting paid for it, people will hold you to a different standard.
Mm-hmm.
But when you put business owner on the top of your name, there is a certain standard that you're being held to.
Yeah. Get that LLC behind it. They're going to hold you to a...
And that's talking to me. Oh, I'm talking to me so heavy. I have some things to do. Baby, I have some things to do. You can put your hand in. Your thumb just by itself. Yeah. I have some things to do. But the best thing for me, guys, when I am ever met with a lot of information, it can be overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
But just knowing that Rome was not built in a day.
That's right.
As long as it's better to have the information than to not.
Mm-hmm.
So give yourself that and respect that space to know that I didn't know this, but it's okay. And whatever you've done in the past, it doesn't matter.
That's right.
All you can do now is move forward. So know the goal that you're trying to hit, because if you don't have a goal in mind, you'll never hit it. Know what you're aiming to hit, and just be appreciative that you now have that information. So now you can do with it what you need.
Whatever you need.
And so your business can and will change because you now have it.
Yeah.
What you did not have in the past, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Do not be caged in, or do not be shackled to what you wish you would have known.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter. You didn't know it.
Yeah.
And the way God works is for the best sometimes. Like, because if we don't go through these things, we won't even have dominion over having to overcome it, because you only have a dominion over things you overcome.
Yep.
So it's so like
true.
I know that I have made so many mistakes in business. Like, Instagram and social media is a highlight reel. So to me, it may be like, oh, she's the best. I have made mistakes in business. I have made mistakes with customer service. I'm good with it, but I've made mistakes and I've messed up. But I'm not going to allow myself to be bound or held in bondage because of those mistakes. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to learn, and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to make the tough decision to be disciplined and to do the hard work.
Yeah.
And then my business is going to grow. And once it grows, I'm going to be able to tell someone, you can put your hand in, hey, my business wasn't always like this.
Yep.
I've struggled. I've actually been fired from clients, and I've actually not have always had the best customer service. And someone will want to learn from a person like that.
That's right.
So just count it all as an experience, and God is just allowing you to experience it, so that way you can be able to regurgitate it in a way that anyone can get it. So
that's right. That's good.
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. When she decides to start servicing small businesses as her small business, I'll be sure to let you guys know. I will come back to this video and I'll say this shows her skills. So yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get ordered, and y'all coming on here, so I don't have to leave. But yeah, this was really good. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful for you.
Thank you.
And these are the kinds of relationships that you get when you put yourself out there. You put yourself out there, because you don't know what you don't know. And it's like, I'm very thankful for your intellect, for your experience, for you sharing it, and for you even being open to, because people can see a problem and just be like, whatever, it's a problem. But for you even being open to say this, and give us actionable things that we can do to correct it.
Yeah. And it's simple. It's real. It's a simple thing once you set everything up, It's not that much to set up. It's talk to your customers.
Talk to
your
him.
cus-
Good morning, sister. Talk to him. When the last time you talked to him?
Yeah. When the last time?
And not asking them what color you want.
Right.
But talk to him as far as, hey,
Yep.
are you satisfied? Is there something
Yeah.
that I could do better?
Yeah.
Truly.
Right.
Don't say it because we friends and we cool.
Right.
Can you tell me the truth that if there's something that I can be better with?
Yep. And with surveys, they have a whole bunch of free surveys you can send out. It can be anonymous, so people don't have to worry about, ooh, I said something and now she may not keep me on as a client. They can be anonymous.
How do
surveys.
you find? Is there a place that you can go find those surveys?
I know the survey we use is basic, but it's called surveymonkey.com.
Surveymonkey.com,
Yeah,
guys.
SurveyMonkey, I believe that is free, or they have I know they for sure they have a free version of it, and you can put your email in, and you'll get all the results. And like I said, it'll be anonymous. You can also ask. I love using surveys as well, not to just ask for feedback, but ask for ideas as well. Like, hey, what idea? Is there any ideas that you have that would make your service or your time with me better? You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Okay.
So not always. Also, the feedback is a gift. Good, bad, or indifferent, feedback is a gift. Why? Because you can, 9 times out of 10, you're going to grow from the feedback you receive. Whether you fully agree or disagree with it, you're going to grow and learn from it. But also, someone taking the time to give you feedback, even if you don't like it, says a lot about you as well. Because here's the thing, if I don't, care for you or your business, I'm not going to take my time out of my day to respond to your 3 to 5 question survey. So when someone takes the time to do their survey, that also says a lot about you and how they see you and your business.
Okay.
For them to take the time to do that.
Okay.
They didn't have to.
They really didn't. Okay. I love that. I feel like this is such a, it just was really good. Like, and I feel like God does not give you what you, like, he gives it to you, things that you need at the right time.
Yeah. Yep.
He gives you things that you need at the right time.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
Do you guys have any questions for us? Because we're wrapping up. Thank you both. This is really good. Thank you, Another Niz Creation. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All
This
her
was
knowledge.
fun. This is so
Wasn't
fun.
it fun?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any questions that we can answer for you before she gets out of here? Thank you so much, Lola B. Any questions? And I would say, y'all, business is a marathon. It's just something that you just got to keep at it. As long as you keep at it, you will grow and it will all make sense. But if you don't keep at it, it won't.
Yeah.
You can put your hand in, but just give yourself grace to know that it's okay if you don't know everything. It is okay if you don't know everything, but you do have to put yourself in position to where you can get around people who do know things.
Yeah.
Because you are who your circle is. Like,
yeah. They say we're the besides ourselves, the 5 closest people to us kind of navigate what our opinion and thinking is. Yeah.
But how do we get around?
Put yourself out there. Go to network. Whatever you want to do. Whatever your goal is. So, for example, if my goal is to be, you said if you weren't doing nails, you would do public speaking. So I would assume that you would be going to public speaking conferences. They have them all over the world. I would assume that, if you feel like you need more skills, that you would start taking classes at a college course. I would assume that you would do the join organizations that help out with public speaking. You know what I mean? So essentially what I'm saying is, if you want something, you figure out what it is, and you kind of put yourself in those places in order to meet the people that you want to meet.
Okay. And that you need to meet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You can put your hand in. I'm gonna do your thumb last. I've been following you in your leap of faith, in growing, in growth, going to Atlanta and dominating. It amazes me, Black Girl Magic. Thank you so
Oh, I
much. I
love
really
that.
appreciate that. Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you. It's about to do the hearts. Here we go. How do you know if you don't charge enough or if you could be overpriced?
Mm. So, still service industry? I guess it doesn't matter. How do you know if you don't charge enough? Or if
I
you're
would say, how do you know if you don't charge enough would immediately be if you have to do, you have to do,
so what I did, at least in
okay.
learning and development, is I looked at other people who were providing similar services
Okay.
as well as their tenure. So, for example, if I went online and I saw, hey, this person is in learning and development, this person creates leadership trainings, and they charge $5,000 for their leadership trainings, but they also have 15 years of experience. Well, here I am with 2
Okay.
years of leadership experience. So I wouldn't charge as much. Why? Because I know I don't have the knowledge and experience to do so.
Okay.
So I also think it's important not to compare yourself, but kind of look at, find someone that's doing exactly or very similar to what you want to do, and kind of see what their costs are and why.
And where do you fall in?
Yes, absolutely. Based off of your knowledge and your experience.
You can put your hand in. Okay. And I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that because I feel like, what do I feel like? I feel like we can look at someone that may be charging for the same service that you're charging $150, but you just started it. And that does not mean anything because you can get the job done, but there is something that you learn just from trial and error, starting something for a year and been doing it for 10 years. It's just, you're going to learn just trial and error. Like, that's just, so I would definitely say, like, and it doesn't mean that you're not valuable. And if you do, because I would say, for if you're a nail tech, I'm gonna assume if you're a nail tech and you do find yourself taking a lot of courses, taking a lot of classes, and you know that your work is top tier, or maybe God blessed you with the skill of just being very good at it, then that may change. You may be able to go charge to that price, but I would definitely say check out their certifications. Check out to see what are they certified in, because they're not just charging that for no reason.
We hope not. We hope
not. We hope not.
Right?
We hope not. We hope not. That's what we would say. And as far as being overpriced, how would you answer that? How would you know if you're charging too much?
How would you know if you're charging too much? Because you can't go buy clientele. Because like you said earlier, people are going to pay for good service. The money really doesn't matter.
And can we say that again? Money really doesn't matter, guys. When you become a master, look at how much LeBron James is getting paid for basketball. And look at the people that's on his team and how much look at the salary difference. Look at the salary difference of Michael Jackson versus someone someone else in the music industry. The pay does not matter in any industry as long as you master it.
Charging more, I'm assuming you're like considering like the cost of all your supplies, your time. What I learned in going to that business website, the small business website, is you should be charging at minimum 2 or 3 times more than however much the cost of your supplies, as well as your time. No, you're good. As well as your time.
And when it comes down to your supplies, you really have to mark your supplies. What I've learned for nail techs is when you purchase it, you need to mark it. And you even need to go deeper, because you can mark when you purchased it, mark it on there when you purchased it. But if you're not counting how many people you're servicing from that one product, then you're not getting the accurate amount. Because you can say, oh, I marked it, I got it October 1st and I need a new one by November 1st. But if all of your clients got that product, that's good. versus if 2 or 3 clients got that may not be a good turnover rate. So what you need to do is you're going to have to do the work of tracking it. So seeing when did you purchase this product, and then you have to do even further work to say, okay, this person got this color, this person got this color. You may have to do that until you run out of that product to see how long am I keeping this product on the shelf with this amount of clients.
Yeah. I would also, I don't know if she's still online, but I would want to ask her to kind of clarify her question, like charge more. Do you feel like you're charging too much? Or because to me, when you do the cost and everything, it'll be kind of hard for you to charge too much, I would assume.
As a nail tech, I really need to track. Okay, but the question, yes, you do. And I do too. I'm guilty of that. I need to really track.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot.
Yeah.
That is what we should be able to kind of toss off to someone, because it's a lot. Like remembering that, oh, she got this color. Let me write in my book that this, it's a lot. But it is something that we need to prioritize. If you really want to get down to, what is it called? Your cost product, the cost to render the service.
That's right.
How much does it cost to render this service?
Yeah.
That's what you want to get down to. But the question that she was asking was,
I wanted her to kind of clarify her second question, which was, how do I know if I'm charging too much? But I see what y'all saying now, because it's a challenge for y'all to keep track.
It is.
But if you keep track of your stuff, you'll know, okay, no, this is how much I should be charging to make sure I'm covering the cost, but also have some money in my pocket.
You would know.
Yeah.
That's where her issue is.
Gotcha.
Is same with me. I don't want to charge too much to my client, but I don't even know what's my cost product. I don't even know what it costs me to render this service. I really don't know. I'm just throwing out a number, and I hope that it's enough to cover the service.
Right.
I hope that it's enough.
Right. And here's the thing, and that's where customer service comes into play, because if you're not charging right, and then all of a sudden you increase your prices, it's like, no, you should have charged. It's like that can have a bad reaction. Customers can have a bad reaction to that. So my point is it's important for you to keep track of your costs and charge as close to that as you can to make sure, because if you tell me, okay, this service $300, and then once you do all your costs and stuff, oh, it's $450. Wait a minute.
I don't care about what your costs say.
Because that should have been your cost from the beginning. That goes back to accountability as well. Whatever you need. Also, don't be afraid to ask for help. I'm sorry. That should have been my first thing. From a customer service perspective, don't be afraid to ask for help. You have a big network. Somebody could have came in here and did your cost and all that for you with the quickness, and probably for free.
And enjoyed it.
Okay. And then you would have known, okay, this is what I need to charge from the beginning. Okay. That's not to say if you need to go up $25, $30, that's not a big deal.
Okay.
Once you start jumping $100,
$80, $150.
Yeah.
Okay.
So use your current network to help you with stuff like this. Okay. That should have been the first thing you did, because we're talking about money.
Okay.
You could be losing money.
I need to do that. So, and she said, I'm guilty of not charging for the little things. Yes. And I know I have also been like that before. Like, it's nothing, but it is.
It is.
Everything is about getting a return on your investment. Yeah. You are purchasing this little bottle of gel. Yeah. I need to be able to get a return on everything that I pay for, even if you think that it's light. I think that it was some type of study done where the store had took a penny, just one penny from each customer, 1 penny. And I think it equaled up to some crazy amount of money. So every little thing matters. And it's like when you are in business, we are in business to make money. We're not in business to have fun and we're in business to make money. So if you're not making money, get out of business.
And this is what I'll say as well to that, because when you get clients, you build a relationship with them. That's why she's probably saying, oh, it's nothing, because it's probably a client she likes or whatever. One way to get around that, it goes back to the email list. For customers' birthday, get $5 off on their birthday. Have a loyalty program. That way you feel like, okay, I'm giving back something
Yeah.
to my customers. So
Okay.
that way, when you do pay attention to the small stuff, they're like, oh, whatever, because she gave me $5 off on my birthday, or I'm a part of her loyalty program. So kind of plan those things so that way you're not losing money. It's already planned in your budget. Oh, I have a loyalty program. Or I get $5 off on birthdays.
Okay.
That's already planned in your budget. Because it's easy to be like, I did it too. I'm like, oh, let me give you a free soap. Let me do this. And I'm like, no, let me create a loyalty program. On birthdays, you get a free bar of soap. Loyal customers, if you spend this amount of money every quarter, you'll get $20 off your next order.
Because I'm in business to make money.
Yeah, but you also want to show appreciation.
Yes. Okay.
So that's a good way to do it.
She said, I only sculpt when I do full sets, and my current clients have no problem paying that. Sometimes the challenge is getting clients that don't understand what I do, getting no clients that don't understand what I do. I think that with that situation, you have to make it known of what you do, and don't bend too, because you're not chasing clients. When you stand in firm of what you do, what you offer, and who you are as a business, they are either going to do it or they're not. And it's okay if they don't. But the people that want it done, you will attract them. So I think that's it. Like, you just have to stand firm in what you do, because I have plenty of clients who were very upset about me not doing acrylic anymore, and were like, I need acrylic. But the clients that really respect me and know that I am a professional and I know what I'm doing, guess what? I have clients that's been wearing acrylic for 30 plus years that now say, I'm on Gel X or I'm on Structure, whatever it is that you offer, and I need to be with you. So it's about standing firm and knowing your stuff and knowing what you're doing. So that way people can respect whatever it is that you decide to do, and they'll come to you. But we're not chasing people. We're attracting. Yes. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. That's been good. I'm so
Great
happy.
conversation.
This is a great conversation.
Yes.
I'm so happy. Let me put this in here. Oh, I need to take a picture.
Yes.
Okay, guys. Okay, YouTube. I'm gonna get off of here. What did they say? My lip gloss popping on your little mama voice. Thank you. I'm getting my feet done as I text. It's $70 too much. Price of product, overhead times customer service equals product. Okay, price of product, overhead, customer service equals profit. I like that. Let me screenshot that. Is $70 too much? It depends on what comes with it, Kevin. It really depends on what comes with it. If it's a luxury pedicure, what is all coming with it, honestly. But I'll be back on here later, YouTube.